Good morning. It is Saturday, December 14th. And as you can see outside, we don't have any snow out here. And we've got some blue sky, just kind of cloudy, and temperatures have been, during the days, we've been getting into that upper 30s. So what does that see? 1 or 2 degrees Celsius. And at nights we've been down to, I think the lowest we've been so far is about 7 at my house. 9, 10 degrees, 10, 12, somewhere in there has been pretty normal. So I think that's what, minus 13C, 12C, somewhere around there. You know, I really do wish the US would switch to the metric system. I lived for 2 years in Argentina, serving a mission for my church, and it really is easier. I think if the US would just bite the bullet and do it, I think everybody would be happier in the long run. It's just so much easier. Anyway, I thought I'd walk out here to the bees. I really haven't been out here since I kind of wrapped them up, because that's what I do. Once I get them all wrapped up, I just leave them alone. And I've got all the emergency food on them that I can, and so I just leave them alone and let them go. Let me flip you around here and show you what I've got. So there's my bees. Pretty much look like they did when I wrapped them up. This one's got a few dead at the entrance. That's pretty normal. I'll just have to kind of make sure they haven't plugged off the entrance. The rest of them are all they're all tucked in for the winter. I don't think we can see anything in any of those, but they should all be tucked in fairly well. I suspect today we may actually see a couple come out and fly a little bit today. We're supposed to get up to about 45 Fahrenheit today. As far as I can tell, I think they're still all alive. I do have broodminder sensors in a few of these scattered throughout, just so I can see if they're alive, but broodminders kind of pulled a fastie on us. You can only have 5 hives on their free version now, even though when they sell their packet of sensors, they sell 10 at a time. And when I bought mine, you could get on and see all 10. But now you pretty much have to double up the sensors into the hives, and 2 sensors in 1 hive, because you can only have 5 hives. So I'm kind of miffed about broodminder right at the moment. Not very happy with them, because I can't see anything unless I start moving, fudging and moving my sensors around. So, yeah, that's just the way it is, I guess. I get it. They're trying to make money, doing what they're doing, but still kind of a bummer for us that just have a few and just want to kind of keep an eye on a few things, but it is what it is. Today I've actually got a different project I'm working on. I'll walk back in the garage here and show you what I'm doing. Today I'm going to make a honey warming cabinet. I've been meaning to do this for quite some time now, but I just finally got around to doing it. So let me show you what I've got here. So what I have here is I've picked up an old freezer. This freezer's in decent condition. It's not all moldy or yucky inside, but it's no longer working. I had a appliance repair guy take a quick look at it. He said, yeah, it's dead. So, but the seals on it are still in fairly good shape. So that's what I was looking for. And I'm just going to, we're going to install a light and a fan. I don't think this is even open yet. Yep. A fan, which is basically a computer fan, and this. This is an Inkbird temperature controller, and I'm just going to install that. I'm going to have to drill a couple of holes in the freezer. The lights will provide the heat, the fan will provide some circulation, and the controller will keep things on and off so the temperatures don't get too hot. I am going to have to take out this bottom shelf though, because I can't get a 5-gallon bucket in there, and that's really what I need. But having these other shelves will be more than enough space for me. And then there is storage here on the door. So that's what I'm doing today. I don't know how much I'll record. I don't think this is going to take too much. I'm going to have to just drill a couple of holes, cut out that shelf, and hang that light in the top, and I think we're going to be good to go. So I think I want these lights. I think I'm going to hang them right here from this coil, and then I think I'm going to just come out the side right here, hang my controller right there on the side so I can see it. And I actually have 2 lights here. I don't know if I'm going to need them both. I'm going to put them both in. The problem that I'm seeing with these is I don't want to drill. I got to get the cord through a hole, and I don't want to drill a hole big enough to put that plug through. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is, unfortunately, there's a switch here. I really don't need the switch, and I really don't need this much cable. So I think what I'm going to do is just leave myself enough cable, and I think I'll just cut off about half of that. Yeah, probably about half that. Rewire the plug-in back on. The plug's going to just plug into this. This is going to be my on-off switch anyway. The nice thing about this is only the temperature sensor has to go in, and it's just small. So I can bring it in, and I think I'll bring it down to the bottom somewhere about here so that it's sensing the temperature down here low. All that heat's going to rise. The fan hopefully keeps it circulating through the whole unit. And I think this I'm going to just put right about here on the side so I can see it and not have to. Yeah, that'll work pretty good, I think. And my plug-ins are right behind the freezer there, so I think that'll work. And the fan is really just a computer fan, big one, but it's really all it is here. But it does have screens so that nothing falls into the fan. I have to put those on. The good thing about the fan though is this little fan controller. All I've got to do is get that through my hole. And I'm hoping my drill bit is big enough to do that with, and I think it will be. So I've got to get the temperature sensor, 2 of these cables, and 1 of these all through the hole. And it's going to be pretty tight, but I think we can do it. And the fan, I think what I'm going to do with the fan is mount it up under here somewhere so that it's pushing air down and pulling that warmer air and pushing it down to the bottom, and then it should just circulate. I think that'll work pretty well. So I've got all 4 wires through the hole, and there's not much left. Put a little silicone in that, that'll be good. Now I got to rewire the plug-ins back onto the lights. Okay, I think I've got everything put together. I've got 2 light bulbs and a fan, and the thermostat sensor. And then on this side is the Inkbird. I haven't plugged anything in yet, so it still may blow up on me. This is the fan controller. And I just wired everything into the 2 light bulbs into one switch. Hopefully that's going to be okay. And I think we're ready to go. I'm going to push this freezer back a little bit so I can get to the plug. And then I'm going to plug it in. And my lights work. Fan works. We got air movement. I can feel air clear down here, so I think that may help circulate the air well enough. Okay. So now I just need to set this to the temp I want. I'm going to set this to 110. Plus or minus degrees, probably. It's probably the differential. I'm going to go probably 5 degrees. I think the only thing to do now is to just let it go and see if we can get it hotter in there. See if we can get it up to temp. Okay, so have things put together. Now it's just a matter of letting it sit and see if it'll heat up enough in there to hold 110 degrees. It is out here in my garage, and it is cold in the garage, so it may not do all that well, but I'm watching it just in the past couple of minutes. It's come up to about half a degree in just a few minutes, so I think it's working. We'll just let it go for a little bit. I am going to go put a bucket of honey in there and see if I can get it started to warm up. I've got some orders that I need to fill, and all my honey's crystallized, so I've got to get it warmed up. That's the reason for doing this today is I need to be able to warm honey a little better and a little faster than what I'm doing. So we're gonna let that sit for a little while. Just in the last 2 or 3 minutes, it's gone from 58 degrees to 60 degrees, so it seems to be working. We'll let it sit. Hopefully your day's going well. I think I've got my one little project done for the day, and we'll go to the next one. But for now, that's what I've done. I will leave links in the description for the hardware that I used on this. Really wasn't very much. The Inkbird controller was probably the most expensive. A couple of light bulbs and a computer fan with a adjustable variable speed fan, and I think I spent less than $60 for the whole thing, and didn't pay anything for the freezer, so that was good. And I'll just see if that'll work. Hopefully that'll be a good solution for me to get my honey warmed up. Anyway, hope you're having a great day. Hope your bees are doing well. We'll catch you on the next one.